once you've made word equations, you're going to be able to put the formulae of the different compounds and elements in and make symbol equations. I'm going to point out what we'll finish with won't be a balanced symbol equation, it will still be unbalanced, so we're not getting to the finished thing, but this is the next step, putting the symbols and formulae in. So I've got some word equations from a different video. First one that we'll look at then is methane reacting with oxygen to make carbon dioxide and water. Now, if we've just got those simple things that we remember about the formulae for covalent compounds and elements, then we will know that methane is CH4, so I'll put that in, that oxygen is O2, that carbon dioxide is CO2, and that water is H2O. So I can be pretty happy with that one. That one's quite straightforward. For the next one, calcium carbonate breaks down and makes calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay, calcium carbonate is going to be slightly more tricky because that is an ionic compound. So to work out the formula for this one, we'll need a little bit more patience because we're going to have to balance the charges to work out what the formula is. So if we looked at our periodic table, we would see that calcium has got a charge of 2+, and then you're going to have to remember that the carbonate ion is CO3 2-. So let's put that together. Ca2+, CO3 2-. We can see that these charges balance 2+ and 2-, so we just need one of each, and the formula very simply is CaCO3. So that's what I'll start with. That breaks down to make calcium oxide. Okay, so this is another ionic compound, and this time go back to our periodic table. Calcium we know is 2+, and oxide is 2-. So let's go back and work out the formula of this one. Ca2+, oxide 2-. It's going to be another one, easy one actually, because 2+ and 2- balance each other out. So this is just going to be CaO. So that makes CaO. And also carbon dioxide, that's one that you already know, that you've memorised. Formula of carbon dioxide is CO2. So we've got that one. Let's have a look at the third word equation. Hydrogen burning in oxygen to make water. This shows you just how simple some of these can be. We know that hydrogen is H2, oxygen is O2, and water is H2O. So that's our unbalanced symbol equation for that one straight away. I've put a fourth on just to give a bit more practice at the slightly trickier ones. So this is calcium carbonate plus hydrochloric acid makes calcium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide. This would be dropping marble chips into acid. You'd see bubbles of carbon dioxide gas being given off and calcium chloride which dissolves into the water. Okay, so let's start. Calcium carbonate. I can tell that that's going to be an ionic compound. So again, we're going to have to go back to our periodic table. I've already shown you how to do it for calcium carbonate in that last one, so I'm just going to write that formula in from there. It reacts with hydrochloric acid. That's a compound that's worth knowing the formula of. Hydrochloric acid is HCl. They react together to make calcium chloride. That's going to be another ionic compound. So I'm going to look at my periodic table for that one. Calcium we know, again, is 2+. Chloride in group 7 is 1-. So let's try balancing this one. Ca2+ and Cl 1-. They don't balance out. To balance out a 2+, we're going to need 2 of these 1-. So now 2+ and total of 2-, the charge is balanced. The formula of this is going to be 1Ca, 2 Cls, so CaCl2. That's the formula for calcium chloride. So I'm going to put that in. Makes CaCl2. And it also gives off water and carbon dioxide. Really simple for those two. We already know those. H2O plus CO2. So we're applying what we know about making formula for ionic compounds and just the simple rules that we know about covalent compounds and elements, and we're putting that together to make simple equations, and I'll make a video soon about how to balance those.